This video's featured affiliate is PTO Link, the easy way to connect your tractor's PTO shaft to your equipment. Order yours using the link in the description and receive a 5% manufacturer's discount. I watched an episode of Tractor Mike last week where he was talking about the fact that it's hard to find good technicians at tractor dealers these days, and that people shouldn't bother taking their tractors to a greater distance because the problem exists just about everywhere. I thought an awful lot about that video ever since he published it, and I read a lot of the comments that were inside that video, and I'm going to put a link to it up above so that you can take a look at it for yourself. But reading through the comments and thinking about it myself, the problem goes much deeper than just trying to find mechanics that are qualified. If you look through those comments, you'll see guys that were mechanics at tractor dealerships and have gone away because of the fact that they felt like they were mistreated or they didn't get enough pay for the job they were doing. So what is the answer to this type of situation? Well, if you look at the businesses that are out there, many of them are family-owned businesses, some second, some third generation businesses. And I found through my experience in other industries that when you get into the third generation of a family-owned business in particular, there can be problems. And the problem can be that there aren't children that are willing to take over that business or take it over but don't really appreciate all that went into building that into a business. So as an employee, if I'm making, let's say, $20 an hour, I have no incentive to do anything more than necessary in order to be able to hold on to my job and continue to get that $20 an hour. So the question is not only how do we find mechanics, but how do we get them so that they'll stay at our business for a long period of time and become a part of the organization? And the answer to me seems to be that they need to get skin into the game of that dealership. Now that could mean everything from bonuses, but in particular, I'm thinking that a practical way for business owners to look at this thing is to turn their businesses into employee-owned businesses or ESOPs. There's a lot of tax advantages for dealers to sell their businesses through ESOPs to their employees. When an employee becomes part of that type of an organization, they now have skin in the game. The more successful the organization is, the more the value of his stock is going to grow over a period of time, and it becomes something that he's invested in as well as the owner. Each person becomes an integral part of the success of that organization, and there's a reason for people to want to be successful and stay in that business for a long period of time. There's many industry examples like Publix that have gone employee ownership for many decades and have become some of the most profitable and long-term employee bases that there are in the marketplace. So with a dwindling supply of qualified mechanics, employee stock ownership positions could be very important into getting those mechanics that are out there and available into your business and having them on hand for a long period of time. When that's done, everybody benefits. The owner will benefit, the employees benefit, and you and I, as consumers of the products, benefit too. Tell me what you think about it. Let's add on to this conversation.